Like and subscribe.
Hello, I am intern number 9 at your service, and I've been sent here to serve and counsel you on how to be a good CEO for MEGACORPORATION.
Here at MEGACORPORATION, we are dedicated to giving our customers the best experience and offering the most well-made products. That is why instead of having a trained professional tutor you on how to be a good CEO, they sent me instead. So yeah. Now before we move on, prior to delving into matters of business, of course, proceeding our imminent immersion into the intricacies of commerce and its multifarious facets, I humbly beseech your most distinguished and exalted self to grant me the privilege of your esteemed indulgence as we embark upon the journey that shall demand not only intellectual acumen, but also steadfast commitment to the rigorous demands of economic pursuit. Let's rewind the clock a bit. Many years ago, long before time had a name, your father was full of aspirations. It all started in his garage. Because at the time, normal people could afford garages. Crazy, I know, right? Anywho, do you remember? Of course you don't remember, you idiot! You weren't alive back then, and neither was I.
You twit.
Suffice to say, the story goes that your father pulled himself by his bootstraps and followed the American dream. Indeed, he did. He betrayed his business partner, which was the person who actually came up with the idea, and then by blatant plagiarism of some other bigger companies, he started getting some sales. After a while, your father realized he could get more people to buy his stuff if he sold his goods for a lot cheaper than his competitors did without compromising the quality of the product. So your father took out very big loans and cut his prices in half. For a while, it was a net loss. But it was all worth it as he was damaging his competitors, and soon after, his company was becoming more recognizable and popular than his enemies.
And so your father managed to bully all the other companies into being bought out by him. And the ones who didn't want to be bought out, well, they tried to change their prices, but it was too little, too late. Of course, my dear friends, this strategy of, having very low prices was kind of a pain in the ass in the, profits department. So, your father raised the prices, but it seems like he raised it a little too high for people's liking.
There was outrage, controversy, and some people even started to accuse the company of being a monopoly? Now this was a big no-no. So your father and his board of goons came up with an interesting plan. They realized if they outsourced most of their workload to third world countries, they could essentially get slaves to work for them. And so the prices of products could be reasonably reasonable. So everyone was happy, and the company was starting to reach heights never thought imaginable. With well-placed propaganda as well, it drowned out all those pesky investigative journalists exposing the company. All was well. Then your father died. Sometimes these things just happened, and well, all I gotta say, it was basically a skill issue on his part. He was addicted to drugs and hookers, so kind of his fault. So, shouldn't feel too bad about it. Well, that was a fun recap, but we still have a lot to go over. First, the vultures are starting to circle. Your executives. Your father was a genius and ruthless in his tactics. If you want to carry on the company, you have to appease your executives. Think about it this way. You're a king, and your executives are your advisors. Make them unhappy and you'll feel the stabbing of a knife in your back. Metaphorically. They won't actually stab you. Well, actually, on second thought, most of these executives are like psychopaths, so you may want to watch your back, sir. Anyway, you need them to manage your company, and they need money among other favors. You may ask how to placate them, and well, there are many ways to keep them happy. Greenlighting certain projects they like, giving their children jobs at the company even though they may be incompetent, and most importantly, bonuses! Company bonuses! At the expense of workers. A well-placed donation or two always works in keeping people complacent. By completing these actions, you'll earn the respect of your executives. And more importantly, cement your role as the king of this company.
Now, while the business is doing good, sir, it's not at MEGACORPORATION status yet. So here's what you need to do to get on biggering.
The easiest way to get bigger is by advertising, and well, While we do have good advertising, it isn't at the next level yet. To employ the next gen of advertising, we need to lie. A lot. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention to please set aside all your morals. It's kind of a bad quality in this business, you know. Think of it this way, man. If you aren't going to be the monster, then someone else is. Someone perhaps a bit more crueler. And most importantly, someone with different views than your own. Better it be you than anyone else, right?
Ah yes, advertising. Such a double-edged sword. Sometimes it works, sometimes it hurts you, and sometimes it doesn't do anything. And especially on the internet, this is never more true. So first things up, you need to make the company seem hip and cool with the kiddies, you know? We have to make our stuff, like, relatable for them. So when they grow up, they'll have fond memories of our company, and they may choose to buy us in the future. Oh yeah, sir, just making our advertisements for children isn't going to work. We need to also seem relatable to the average Joe. You get me? Like, we need to seem not as some detached conglomerate that only wants people's money, but we need to be like we're alive, like we're a person, you know? Like that we're their friends, you know?
We'll write funny tweets, I'm not calling it X, share memes about our products, and make fun of other companies. We'll make catchy slogans and videos so that we're always on the consumer's mind. Even if they don't like us, their acknowledgement of our existence is enough.
We also have to be inclusive. Now, I don't care what you actually think of these people, sir. I could care less, and all I know is the more we pretend to like them, the better the report card these groups will give to our investors, which will generate more money and more trust among our investors.
Make sure our views are crystal clear. We'll make our advertisements almost look like political propaganda, make it explosive and divisive. Of course, greenlight some projects that is pro-minority, but make it as crappy as possible, but not too garbage so it doesn't earn a profit. That way, racists and bigots will have a foot to stand on when criticizing the content, while keyboard warriors will defend the garbage we've made. This way, people will keep talking about our product or company forever, essentially, and they'll spread it to other people continuously. And while people may think this damages our reputation or sales, our data suggests quite the opposite. Also, data suggests that some people may just buy the product in question to prove a point, or just to destroy it out of spite. Fine by us, we still get the money, friend.
These strategies will earn so much money and profit that you will be unstoppable. Nothing will get in your way.
By now you're pretty dominant, but why only contain our greatness to a few countries? We need to expand internationally. And while we're at it, pick up some relatively big corporations and merge with them. Don't merge with really big giant corporations, or Congress may raise some eyebrows. Tell the department heads of other countries to practice the same predatory, competitive tactics to achieve dominance in their specified nation. While you're at it, back certain politicians in your home country. You see, growth is being stunted by the government, by their precious regulations. Now that's no fun, right? In exchange for giving politicians tons of money for their campaign, you'll ask for certain laws to be changed or removed, maybe even add some new ones. Make the people a bit more stupid. Make it harder for little companies to succeed. Make it easier for you to reign supreme.
Well, by now, sir, the company is massive. It's reached the likes of Disney, Nestle, and Apple. And, well, feel the power you have. Feel the control, sir. You can change so many aspects of the people's pitiful lives if you wanted to. And they would never even know.
And, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. You did it, sir. You can go higher, but honestly, it's not profitable. For now. From this point, the world is your oyster. Do whatever you want. Make the people think however you want, attempt to apply change, secretly work with all the other big corporations to form some giant super mega corporation to topple all the world governments, or just stay inside and watch TV all day.
Well, whatever it is that you wanted to do, sir, I just hope it was worth it.